chat myself through through everything here. Thanks for your patience. Okay, so I'm really excited to share this meditation with you all. Keep my eye open for people coming in. My Spotify is on here. Okay, I'm not sure how many of you have gone into the the recordings that I created there, but you totally don't need anything to show up here live today. So Gyan Chakra Kriya is one of my favorite meditations. It is Gyan is our knowledge or wisdom mudra, the thumb and index together to touch, and then the rest of the fingers stay together. And then Chakra, Gyan Chakra Kriya, is just energy centers that lie along. In this scenario, there's more than the 8 that we have on our spine and around us. I can talk a lot about this meditation, but I think more powerfully is doing a meditation for 40 days or doing anything that you set your mind to for 40 days, right? I think of it as a training in self-trust and clarity, in disciplined repetition. So the meditation in this is a very powerful vehicle. Let's call it like the Ferrari of meditations. I find it for me, but then the doing it for a period of time is what really instills it into us. It's like in Kundalini, we use mantra, we're using meditation, we're using breath by chanting the mantra, we're using our eyes are focused on a specific point. We're creating this rhythm, not just in our body and our movement, but within us. And it's almost like a sensory load that stops the chatter of the mind, right? And it's all about the timing. So then that becomes similar to, and then it allows us to kind of bring up what's in our day-to-day life, like the resistance, the blocks that are in our everyday life. And that's where I think one more person's just joining in here. So, or more so like that cognitive load that we're doing from all these things quiets the default mental chatter, because the brain is occupied with the instruction that we're doing in the meditation. And it's kind of what the athletes or people call in the zone, right? Like we're so focused in this meditation, and we're creating this beautiful energy around us, within us. I don't know if I'm explaining it that great, but I think you get the gist of what I'm feeling more so than my words, right? So in the 40-day practice, if you've ever done one before, the first 7 days are quite exciting. There's a novelty to the practice, and then around, like, let's say day 10 to 14, that novelty begins to kind of wear off, and this is where the resistance appears in my personal practice, like day 10 to kind of 20, to be honest. And it's where boredom, excuses, doubt, like emotional agitation, and I'm talking from my personal experience, that's what comes up here. And in other words, the practice starts to expose the patterns that normally run my life. Like, I'll give you an example. Yesterday morning, I set a time every day where I do my meditation. Usually I try to do it at 7 or earlier than that. But if on the weekends, I try to do it around 7 or 8 when I wake up. I just get out of bed and do it. But yesterday I did, and I went, it was a busier day, and it was 8 o'clock at night, and I was going to go have a shower, and I was like, oh, I could just play the meditation while I'm in the shower, like multitasking. Like my brain's trying to do tricks on me. It's putting the resistance for me to sit down and actually do the meditation. And you'll just notice what your mind tells you. It's not even worth it. Like, what is he even doing? Those kinds of things, right? Like I get those still, and I've done this hundreds and hundreds of times. So this particular meditation and other ones in 40 days. So just be open for that as it comes. I think more so just observe. It's not that we have to analyze what's going on with us, but I like to journal. That's where the journal comes in really handy, and that's always been a really good tool for me, is to kind of write, even if it's just a line every time I meditate. What was it that came up, or why didn't I want to go to my mat? What was my excuse? And see, like one of my teachers said to me in my first Kundalini training, how you do one thing is how you do everything. And see where that pattern, like what resisted in that morning, like yesterday, what was resisting was I don't have time. And that's a big thing that shows up in every area of my life, right? So I think you can just observe that. don't have to change anything, but I think it'll naturally change in time. But like once we observe the loops, or like the Groundhog Day effect, you know, the movie Groundhog Day, I find when the loops break once you become aware of them, right? So and yeah, so that's that. So with this, how this 40 days will work, I would like to do one live class once a week. I'm going to see who's open for that. I'll send out a little poll, see timing. It's no pressure to show up live. If you're in the monthly membership, we will be doing the Gyan Chakra Kriya for our morning meditation on the 6:30 till 7, and then the recording is available on those Tuesdays, Thursdays. So that leaves you about 4 other days to do the meditation on your own. There is a little tick off sheet, or like check sheet in the package that I sent, so you can keep track in your own way. I will be leaving little notes, and you can always reach out to me for encouragement. But there's some tips, frequently asked questions in that package I sent out, as well as the live classes. And you could just watch the recording. I also have a playlist if you find the video, the recording that you like the most. So let's come into a comfortable seat, ready for meditation. And that can be anywhere. This is something else I wanted to mention, is that it doesn't have to be on your mat. You can sit into a chair. Most important thing is that you have that nice tall spine. I've done it sitting in bed before. I've put cushions underneath my seat. But you come into a comfortable seat. If there are times, I do want to name this, if there are times, let's say you have an injury in your shoulder, or you have an injury in your neck, or like myself, sometimes you might get a little bit of vertigo if you're moving your arms around in this way. Put your arms down, make yourself comfortable, even if it means you can't do the meditation like with the arms, and just visualize with the mantra you moving your arms around. There's no harm in that. It's like the Kundalini police might not like this, but I'm not too concerned. It's more important that we take care of ourselves in this practice. So, you know, if your arms or if you have a sore shoulder or neck, or that vertigo comes up, or anything that you have in your own life, then make the adaptations that you need to make it work for you. There's a difference here between selling yourself short. I've tried, my mind's wanted to do it multiple times, I'm tired, I don't really want to put my arms up for 11 minutes, and then not physically being able to do it. And only you know that. Nothing to prove to anyone, but you just make sure that you take care of yourself in the best way that you can. That's all I really ask. So, to the meditation. Comfortable seats, tall spine. Our mudra is, again, this Gyan mudra, thumb and index together to touch, and then the rest of the fingers are out in this Gyan mudra. So the fingers aren't loose. We bring them together. And this is challenging. I still will be halfway through the practice and my fingers will be loose, and I just have to bring them together. And this is so, like, you know, when you're swimming, there's more power when your fingers are together in this mudra when the hands are apart, right? Like when you're moving. So you can think about that sweeping. When you sweep, you want a broom that is nice and firm, not loosey-goosey kind of thing, right? And then the whole time we're keeping our hands above the heart center. And we're sweeping the arm up and over, up and over, up and over, to the sound of the mantra. Each rhythm or song that we play will be a little bit different. So there's lots of ways we can do this. You can do it a little bit tighter to the head, or you can do it a little more up, like this. We just don't want our hands to come below the heart. So you want to try to keep them above the heart the whole time. Okay, now the eyes are closed and focused up at the third eye. If that's too much, you can just soften the gaze, just close the eyes and focus wherever you can. But some of us focusing at the third eye, it might start to bring a little bit of sensation to the forehead, a little tenseness. If that's the case, just close the eyes and just not focus. But if you can, we're using that third eye. And then the mantra is Satnam, Satnam, Waheguru, Waheguru. And you go with your own rhythm. Like, I'll start to speed up when the song comes on, but it's this Satanam, Satanam, Waheguru, Waheguru. And the way I'm singing is a little slower than the song itself. And you're going out and up. Siri's talking to me. I don't know if you can hear that, but that's interesting. Through my speaker. So you're just making this really like gentle movement. Now we can bring our arms down just for a sec. So that's it. That's the practice. And we do that for 10 and a half minutes. And then the last 30 seconds, we go a little bit faster and we go as quick as we can. I don't know why this song started playing. Siri started music on my speaker. Sorry, just a second. I have to unplug that. So we do it for 10 and a half minutes and we speed it up quite quickly, and then we stretch. I'll say stretch your arms up at center, hold the breath, and then exhale. We hold it again, exhale, and then we twist left, right, left, right, left, right 7 times, and I'll cue you through this, okay? Again, if that movement started to make anybody feel dizzy or lightheaded, you could just stay in center and visualize yourself moving from side to side, okay? We'll tune in with the Adi mantra. Let's bring our palms together at the center of your chest. And close your eyes or soften your gaze. Om Namo Gurudev Namo 3 times. I bow to the divinity, the teachers, wisdom, and teachings within. Take a deep breath in. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Breathe in. Suspend the breath. Lift pelvic floor, tongue, roof of mouth, hold. Exhale. Bring your hands into this Gyan mudra on your lap. And just sit for a moment while I get our sound fixed here. Tune into how you're feeling here. Bring in an intention for these 40 days, an infusion into your mind. Bring it into your heart. And each time you have a challenge showing up, perhaps bringing it back into your mind. Hold it in your heart, and we'll begin. Bring your hands up in Gyan Mudra. Bring your hand and begin to circle the hands. Satanam, Satanam, Waheguru, Waheguru, Satanam, Satanam, Waheguru, Waheguru, Satanam, Satanam. Remember to bring the hands at the level of the heart, keeping the eyes closed or gaze soft, whatever's more comfortable for you. Watch how the arms want to drop below the heart. Do your best to keep them above. Wonderful, great job. Satanam, Satanam, Waheguru. Satanam, Satanam, Waheguru, Waheguru, 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 Satanam, Satanam, Waheguru, Great job. Almost there. Last 30 seconds, start to speed up the arms if you can. Inhale and stretch your arms up straight and tall. Hold the arms, lift the pelvic floor, tongue, roof of mouth, and hold the breath in. Remember, don't strain just as long as you can. Hold the posture, exhale. Inhale deeply. Hold. Stretch the spine, stretch the fingertips, stretch, stretch, stretch. Exhale, hold the posture. Inhale, last one, breathe in deeply. Now twist left, right, 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 center. And if you haven't already, exhale and sweep the arms wide and down to the sides, like you're clearing out any debris you've brought up around you. Before you rest your palms, bring your palms together and give them a little rub. And then place them anywhere on your body that you need a little bit of extra love. Just hover them over or place your hands on them, on the body. And then bring your hands back together at the center of your chest. Give them a little rub. And place one palm on top of the other at the center of your chest. And bring back into mind that intention, what you want to infuse through your days, through this 40 days. And then when you're ready, you can keep your hands here or bring them down to your lap and just sit for a moment to ground yourself down. This posture, this Kriya meditation can be very elevating, uplifting, and we want to just take a moment afterwards to ground ourselves back down and take a couple deep breaths in. Observe, be present with what is within you. And take another deep breath in. Big exhale. And you can always stay longer in meditation. You can blink your eyes open if you choose. If you want to stay in meditation, you feel free to and stay as long as you'd like. And we'll seal that practice with one long sat and a short nam. If you wish to join, bring your palms together at the center of your chest. One long sat and a short nam. Deep breath in. Sat Nam. May the long-time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. Thank you so much. Again, I know a couple of you are here, but can't be on camera today, and that's totally fine. But if anybody wants to stay around and chat, I'd love to. I always love to. But if you have to run, no problem at all. I do just want to, I'll switch. I'm going to turn off the recording